In other news, it's the first day of school for many children in our area. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio is with schools Chancellor Richard Carranza and other local officials at the ribbon cutting for the Richmond Pre-K Center on Staten Island for the first day. Let's go ahead and take a listen to what they have to say.
I am getting my human services degree in about a year.
Amen.
Why human services? I want to be able to provide what Staten Island has been able to provide for my son. So I want to be able to provide this as well to other families and other kids like Jaden. So that's why I chose to finish that. I want to be a service coordinator is what it's called here. We're so grateful to live in a city that makes free, full day, high quality early education a priority. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce the person who brought 3K and Pre-K to Staten Island, Mayor Bill de Blasio.
Great job.
All right.
Some people just don't want to give up the microphone. Jaden, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Keishla, you were so eloquent, and what you said was so powerful. Let's thank Keishla for everything she said. Jaden is going to learn to love 3K. I'm having flashbacks, Keishla, to when I took my kids to pre-K and to daycare before that. And every time, to all the parents here, I want to say, you probably have gone through it or you're going to go through it now, where sometimes the kids don't want to let go, and you think, oh, my kids are going to miss me so much, and then you come back at the end of the day and they don't want to leave the classroom, and they don't want to leave their new friends, and you have to beg them to come home with you. So this is the beauty of early childhood education, that kids have an amazing ability to grow and to learn and to have this extraordinary connection to their friends and all, and you first think, are they ready? But then you learn really, really quickly that our youngest kids are like sponges. They're ready to learn so much. They're ready to experience so much. And we saw it the very first day of 3K a few years ago, where there were folks out there, and I don't blame them, they were doubting whether 3-year-olds could thrive in a New York City public school classroom. And literally within the first hour, we got the answer that day in Brooklyn, where we could see these kids immediately taking to their teachers and their classmates, and it was magical to watch. And that's going to play out today in Staten Island and all over the city. And Keishla, you are so eloquent, and I want to say, I'm so glad that you're going to be getting the degree you're getting and doing the work you're going to do, because you obviously have a lot of heart and you're going to be able to help a lot of people. And that's so important, because so many families need some support to be able to give their children all that they deserve. And having access to early childhood education makes all the difference. And I want to repeat the underlying belief, because it's so important. Our children learn the most between birth and 5 years old. That's when you have that incredible opportunity. And yet, for years and years and years in this city and all over this country, we missed that whole window. We missed that whole opportunity. And now the city of New York is focused on reaching our youngest kids and really making sure they grow. And this is so exciting, because 3K, this is something being attempted on a scale that's never been tried before anywhere in the country. But so far, we're seeing extraordinary results. And this is a big day, because for the first time, 3K is in all 5 boroughs. It's here in Staten Island, and now we're everywhere. Now, I just want to say for everyone, I was talking to Michael about this, first day of school is one of the most magical days of the year. For anyone who cares about kids, for our educators, for our parents, families, first day of school is amazing. It's a time of renewal and endless possibilities. And that just takes me back immediately to walking with my kids into school, that first moment, and feeling their joy, their excitement, wanted to see their friends. They were sometimes scared, but it was an amazing, positive moment. And every single time we all get together at the beginning of the school year, we feel that again, what's possible for our kids. And so today we celebrate that more and more kids are going to get reached, and we're going to do more for them. And I want to thank everyone here who's been a part of it, because ensuring that our kids get this strong start, this has taken a lot of work. And a lot of people behind me have put their heart and soul into it. You'll hear, of course, from the Chancellor and from President Mulgrew in a moment. But I want to thank folks right here who have done so much. The Director for Early Childhood for District 31, Adele Williams, thank you for your great work. And the Site Director for this beautiful site, Megan Fici, thank you so much. And I also want to say, I don't know if anyone's here from School Construction Authority, but didn't they do an amazing job? Let's give them a round of applause wherever they are. So look, I'll just say it really simply. We know that early childhood education works. We know it makes a huge difference for a child. It makes a huge difference for a family. What Keishla said, that makes a huge difference for the parents to then be able to go out and pursue their dreams as well. We see this happening more and more. And so what the truth is about how quickly 3K is growing, what an impact it's making. Just a couple of years ago, when we started, we were reaching 5,000 kids. We're now, as of this moment, we have 17,696 kids in 3K all over this city. We expect that number to reach 20,000 in the next few weeks. We are in 12 districts right now in this city. Next September, we will be in 14 districts. We're going to keep growing until the day that 3K is universal all over the city. That's the road we're on. And I'm going to make my public service announcement to all the parents out there. If you want 3K for your child and they qualify, seats are still available. So all parents who want 3K, do what Keishla did and reach out and get all these wonderful opportunities for your kids. Lastly, just want to say, we saw some evidence, some powerful evidence in the recent state test scores that early childhood education is working. The difference between the kids who got that opportunity and those who didn't have it, it was striking, but especially striking because it's helping us close the achievement gap in ways we have not seen before. We all want every child to succeed and every child to reach their God-given potential. Early child education is allowing that to happen in a way we've never seen before. And closing that achievement gap has been something that educators have been trying to work on for decades. We see something working now that opens up a whole world of possibilities. And we look forward to more and more kids getting that opportunity. And then, as they learn, as they grow with the benefit of early child education, they'll be able to realize their dreams through all the other things that are happening right now in New York City public schools. Computer science for all, which is having a huge impact. Advanced placement courses for all, something that we're seeing incredible focus on from students, that they really want that opportunity, they're taking that opportunity, they're doing great. Dual language, which is such an exciting possibility in the world we're living in today, and parents want that for their kids, and more kids are getting that opportunity. These things are making a huge difference. So a lot going on in our schools. I want to bring up our Chancellor before we let these kids get to the exciting first moment of their classroom. I want to bring up the Chancellor, but first say a few words in Spanish. Hoy comienza algo mágico para los niños de la ciudad de Nueva York. Por primera vez, 3K está en Staten Island y los otros 4 condados. Padres, niños y maestros, disfruten este momento. Que todos tengan un gran año escolar. And that translates very nicely. Parents, children, teachers, enjoy this magical moment. Opening day of school, first day of school. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. And to everyone, a great, great school year ahead. And with that, the man who's going to help make it happen all over this city, our Chancellor, Richard Carranza.
Thank you. Thank you. Buenos dias. Good morning. I hope you're as excited as we are to start this school year. This is our World Series. This is our Super Bowl. This is our hockey finals. This is the whole thing, the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup. We are excited. This is what we've been preparing for. There's 2 points of the year where we are super excited. It's the first day and then graduation. So we are on the trek. Mr. Mayor, I want to thank you for your opening remarks. I want to thank you for being here for the ribbon cutting. And before I share a few very brief remarks, I also want to recognize some other folks that are critically important to making this happen. I want to recognize the Chief of Staff for the Division of Early Childhood Education, Emmy Liss, who is here. Thank you, Emmy. Josh Wallach, our Deputy Chancellor, couldn't be here. We have him out doing other things, but Emmy's representing well. And this wouldn't happen without the senior leadership here in the Isle of Staten, who do such a great job. Our Executive Superintendent, Anthony Ladico, and our Superintendent, who's here with us, Vincenza Galacio, Vinny Galacio. Thank you, Superintendent Galacio, for being here. I am excited to be celebrating my first day of school as Chancellor. But let me give you a little bit of context of why that's so important. Because were I a New York City student, that means that I would be starting pre-K this first day of school. And to put that in context, the vast majority of students that start school in the United States haven't even started and won't start for another year until they get to kindergarten. So in New York, what has happened with early education with 3K and pre-K is really groundbreaking. 2 whole grade levels have been added to the experience of our students. That's important. And it's also important because as you think about today's first day with 1.1 million students in our classrooms in New York City, taking into account there are 340 million people living in the United States, that means on this very day, 1 out of 300 residents of this country are in a classroom in New York City. That's the magnitude of what's happening in New York City. So this is a big deal. And I'm really excited to join the mayor and the president of our United Federation of Teachers to be here and all of our parents to be here. We want our students to have a rich environment, a rich learning experience, and that can be summed up in the immortal words of a 6-year-old. And I tweeted this Labor Day because our teachers were coming back. But this is what we believe in and what we want for every one of our children. And the 6-year-old said this: "My teacher thought that I was smarter than I was, so I was." That's the essence of what education is all about. And when I was a teacher, I still remember on that first day setting the expectation that you are all going to surpass whatever you think your goals are. We're going to go beyond those goals, because in this room is really the room full of the smartest kids in the school. And you are the smartest kids in the school. So I want to say to all of our 3Kers here, you are the smartest kids on the island, right here in this school. And we're going to do everything to make that happen. But this is also a big deal because we're building on a rich, rich agenda, the Equity and Excellence for All agenda. We are doing things with pre-K and universal literacy, computer science for all, AP for all of these programs and initiatives that are giving students not only a helping hand, but giving them the ladder to get to where their dreams are going to take them. So this is where it starts. We're excited about this. I want to thank our mayor for having the vision to put that bold vision forward that says we're going to educate our children starting in an earlier age. And as he has already mentioned, the evidence is very promising. Very promising, where we have seen in New York City with that cohort of students that the opportunity/achievement gap that exists and permeates education across the country is starting to be narrowed right here in New York City with our pre-K and 3K programs. So with that, I want to say, let's have a great school year. I'm glad everyone is here. Unas palabritas en español. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí. Yo estoy aquí con el señor alcalde y nuestro presidente del sindicato de maestros para decir que vamos a tener un año excepcional y también para celebrar este programa de aprendizaje temprano que le está teniendo afecto a todos nuestros niños, especialmente los más jóvenes de nuestra ciudad. Y con eso, a tener un año de escolar de éxito y gracias por estar aquí.
All right. One more special thank you, because I said what an extraordinary, beautiful center this is. And it's just an inspiring place to be. And the company that built this, working with the School Construction Authority, great company and represented by one of its leaders, Nayan Parikh, thank you so much for your great work and all your colleagues. And now it's time, parents and educators and children, it's time to go to the classroom and get started. So we're going to take a little break and let anyone who has to go to their classroom, the moment is now. It's opening day. Okay, great job.
We have been listening to school officials talk to all of the students. So many are heading back to school for the first day in our area. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back here on CBSN New York. See you then.